but nobody could touch him. Everybody that stepped within 20 yards of him collapsed. And it was wildfire from that time on. His way of spreading church ministry and doing crusades at that time was very raw and to the point. He was another very forceful personality. You know, God uses all kinds of people. Archbishop Benson Idahosa was an unconventional man. In those days, with the miracle working power of God, he would go into little villages and towns all over the present south of Nigeria. Sometimes without any publicity. You go to the market square and look for a blind or a cripple. He'll put 2 drums and a plank, hold you as if he's trying to give you something, and drag you to where the plank and the 2 drums are. That's his platform. And he will heal you instantly. Open your blind eyes or get the cripple walking. A crowd will gather. He will climb the drum and preach the gospel. People will give their life to Christ. A church will start. But he was a man that believed in prosperity, and God increased him lavishly. He was first in many things in Nigeria. He was the first Assemblies of God young man to ride a motorbike in the new city, and God has communicated for it. He was the first Nigerian minister to use a Mercedes-Benz car, for which he was criticized and called a thief and called many names. He took the fire. Now a pastor can buy an airplane and everybody is happy. In those days, you were called devil for attempting to prosper. He made it popular to preach in Babariga. In his days, every evangelist in Nigeria wanted to wear Babariga to preach. And some people didn't like that, but that was just Benson Idahosa. He was the first Nigerian minister to preach on radio, the first to preach on television, the first to own mass crusade equipment and move from city to city in Africa and even abroad doing meetings. During his lifetime, he ministered in over 130 countries. Many of those meetings were not invitational. He went into nations with his own money and arrested nations with the power of God. When it comes to signs and wonders, Pentecostal signs and wonders, particularly the gift of the working of miracles. But the gift of the working of miracles can produce healing results. It can also make sands to multiply. One of the last miracles that happened in Benin City before he died, they came to the building site of Benson Idahosa University. He had traveled for several weeks. When he came back, they said materials are finished. He commanded the materials to multiply, and they did. Archbishop stories sometimes will make you wonder whether somebody is not exaggerating. A boy fell from a 3-story building and broke his skull on the concrete floor. His skull was cracked. His brain was pouring out. And they called for him. He gathered the skull and began to pray in tongues. And the skull joined back together. The boy didn't leave the hospital. I remember one famous story.